Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So this episode I'm going to be talking about Wolves, currently 6th in the Premier League, on 43 points. So a very, very good season in my opinion for Wolves. Obviously since they've come up, they've spent big. They got a really good manager in Nuno Espirito Santo. He's very, very good manager, knows the way the game he wants to play. He knows the sort of tactics that can work, and he knows how to get the best out of his players. Obviously, him being Portuguese, he's got links to Portuguese clubs, and they've managed to get a few other class as steals from Portuguese sides. Very good players, and yeah, overall their squad is very, very solid. You know, you're looking at it, say it is a top 10 side. But I'd go even further than that to say it should be consistently a top 8 side in my opinion. So overall so far this season in sort of the cup competitions so far, in the FA Cup they got knocked out in the third round by Manchester United. In that game, it was especially the sort of game at Wolves' stadium at the Molineux. It wasn't a very good game. It came in the midst of a lot of fixtures for both sides, with Europa League games, a lot of travelling, that kind of stuff, and with a few days after Premier League matches as well, and it was a very, very poor game to watch. The replay, to be honest, wasn't much better either, but you know, Wolves gave it a good go. They did play quite well, but Man United got the goal and they ultimately won that game, so they got knocked out in the third round in there. In the League Cup, they got knocked out in the fourth round by Villa. Again, not using excuses for, obviously, Wolves, but again, it came in the midst of quite a lot of fixtures in the Premier League and Europa League, and he fielded quite a youthful side in that game. Aston Villa running out 2-1 winners in that game. Again, even in that game, the Wolves youngsters showed Nuno that they got something to think about. They did play quite well. Quite a few of them showed him how good they were. They ultimately had a few chances, but ultimately the inexperience at the back led to sort of them conceding the goals. So out of the League Cup, in that opinion. Europa League, they're in the round of 16. They've drew the first leg 1-1 away at Olympiacos. Obviously whenever the second leg is due to be played, obviously they're in a good position in that, obviously getting the away goal. The Europa League has been sort of the source of Wolves' sort of improvement this season. The way they have played in the Europa League and managed to balance the Europa League and the Premier League, you know, to be 6th and to get as far as they can, you know, in the Europa League with the squad they've got, in terms of how small their squad is really impressive in my opinion. Like, to go away to not just Olympiacos, but they've gone a lot further out than that and played against teams, and then played in the Premier League on the Sunday and they've won the game and looked very good still. So, you know, it's sort of definitely credit to the Wolves manager, the Wolves fitness staff and that kind of thing for, you know, keeping the Wolves players so physically fit and mentally, you know, working on them mentally as well. So there's probably, you know, definitely a lot on the mental side of it as well, to, you know, travel all the way to, you know, wherever you go in the Europa League, you can go in a lot of places, you know, play the match, get a good result, and then say come back late Friday, early Saturday and have a match Sunday. You know, obviously it's what you want as a footballer, to be playing regularly, but especially when it's European and everyone knows what a sort of slog the Europa League is. You know, playing a Thursday night and then playing a Sunday, you know, it is a lot hard competition. But, you know, it's rewarding, especially if you get a good result in them. You know, you get a win, get to the final, things like that, and there's Champions League places and us on the line sort of thing. But definitely for a side like Wolves, they've got really good results this season in the Europa League, and they've definitely transferred that into the Premier League with some of the results they've had. And definitely players this season have come of age, I think. Definitely Adama Traore is, I think, one of the standout players in their side. I think a lot when he first sort of came into English football, he was a lot of sort of just pace. That was all he was. You just give the ball to him and he would run. That was it. That was it. And his shooting was poor. His crossing was poor. He didn't really have a lot of skill either, and he was very strong as well. So that was all you sort of associated Traoré with. But then he moved to Wolves, and especially sort of when the season they came up, he definitely came of age in the Championship. Definitely thought he built up his strength a lot more, while still maintaining his speed, and he also improved his crossing, and he was also getting goals as well. And especially this season in the Premier League, he's improved it further. Like the improvement I've seen in Traoré since the Championship days, since his Middlesbrough days, is astounding. It shows you, if you put in the work, you're going to improve, and that's definitely what Traoré has done. And he's a very dangerous player. Whenever you play against, Traoré, you can see that they're starting to put two on him, and they're very worried whenever he's got the ball because of the pace he has, his strength, the skill he's now got, and now he's got crossing and shooting in his boots as well. It makes him a very, very dangerous player. Also players like Jimenez, Jota, Neves, you've got João Moutinho as well, and you've got Cody and Bolly in centre backs. It's a very, very strong side, and definitely a side that could they possibly gatecrash the Champions League places? Who knows? But definitely the form they're in and the way the manager's got them playing, that definitely they are an outsider, especially with the way the league is at the moment, in terms of your Tottenham, Arsenal's lower down than normal, and you've got Leicester in there as well, so certainly got a little bit of a different look to the sort of top 8 this season. So there's definitely a chance for Wolves in that sense. The only definitely thing I would say for Wolves, at times this season, the squad size has shown. They have looked very stretched sometimes, especially sort of if they get a red card or a couple of injuries. It does, then you sort of see some youngsters come in and that sort of thing. And I definitely think going into next season, Wolves need to 100% get some more players for backup or to come into the squad and just, improve that squad depth, because especially if they want to be competed in Europe as well as the league, they need to get a bigger squad. Although, the Nuno has worked magic with sort of the squad he has, and obviously being such a close-knit group, they've been able to work on the fitness so much, and, because all the players are playing week in, week out, they're not resting, their stamina, they're probably the fittest squad in the Premier League, in my opinion. They have, but I think definitely next season they do need to get a few more players. Just more cover than anything, and if obviously players do get injured, then they can just slot straight in, and it won't harm the squad or anything like that. So that is all for Wolves today. My next video will be on Sheffield United. In terms of this video, any Wolves fans, if you stumble across this video, what do you think in terms of your season so far? Do you agree with what I've said? How far do you think you'll go in the Europa League? And where do you think you're going to finish in the Premier League? In terms of your rating for the season, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Because I think because of how small your squad is, and the way it's been constantly Sunday, Thursday for quite a while now in terms of matches played, I think definitely it is a very, very good season for Wolves. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be Sheffield United. Take care guys, and goodbye.